So for this sweet potato, kale and feta salad, what you're going to need is a bunch of kale, this is quite a bit, some sweet potato, we've got minced garlic and olive oil for the dressing, feta for the feta, and pumpkin kernels because apparently it adds to it. So first of all, I'd start with the sweet potato because that's going to take the longest, and I've got the oven preheating now so that by the time I've chopped this up it'll be ready to stick in and go. Now for the sweet potato, first of all peeling, pretty simply just take all the skin off. Alright, once you've peeled it, it should look like this. What I would do first is get rid of all these scraps because it's great to have a nice clean workspace at all times. What we're going to do now is chop it in slices. So as I said, get rid of these weird little end bits. You can keep them if you want, I don't. And then chop it about that thick all the way through. Alright, now that you've got it like this, what you need to do is get one of these at a time, maybe two if you've got a sharp knife, but I wouldn't recommend more than that, and chop it about similar width to what you were chopping before, but this time we're going this way. Should end up with fingers that look like that. Now if you manage to keep it all together, obviously lost a few there, you can save yourself some time, rotate it and go the other way. Alright, so you should get pieces about this big. What I do is I have a bowl, chuck them in because I'll microwave it in that bowl. Now my bowl isn't quite big enough, so I'm going to get a larger one. I think it's larger. Yeah, that should be just big enough. What you want to do is fill it with water, like this. Try to cover as much of the sweet potato as you can, and then just stick it in the microwave for a couple of minutes. I don't know, just do it until they feel a bit squishy, and that will save you time when you roast them. Alrighty, I'll put them in for 4 minutes. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know if it's long enough. Next one is these pumpkin kernel things. They got another name, forget what it is. But you can put them straight in. It's also good if you just heat them up a bit first. I don't think there's an exact size to it, so just chuck them on your pan. Put that on medium heat or maybe high, who knows the difference, and wait till one or two of them makes a popping noise and then take them off. Alright, now the kale isn't going to be processed too much before we chuck it straight in the salad, so you can just get the bowl you're going to serve the salad in and the kale, and that'll go straight in there. So what you do with the kale is you need to pick it off the stem and crush it. I don't know what crushing does, but it does change the flavour. I think it gets rid of the bitterness or something. So you grab leaves about this big, and just with your hand scrunch it up, chuck it in. You'll be able to smell it, the flavour or whatever, the bitterness escaping, if you're crushing it enough. And you just do that over and over again until you've got a nice bowl of kale. Alright, so the sweet potato is done. So you'll need a tray, some baking paper, alright, so you should get a bowl of sweet potato like that. What we've done is cooked it a bit so that when we roast it, we don't have to worry about roasting it all the way through, just get the outside nice and crispy. Now if you want to drain the water off, you can pour it into one of the colander things, or sometimes I just put a bowl here and you leave only room for the water to sneak through and just pour it into the sink. Alright, so I've drained all the water off, left with just the sweet potato. Make sure the bowl's still not too hot to hold. Alright, spread it out so none of it's on top of any other part. And then just drizzle it in oil and stick it in the oven. I don't know how long that takes, you just check it every now and then. You're going to be in the kitchen anyway with this kale. Alright, so the bottom ones were done. Unfortunately I don't have the bigger pan, so I can't really do them all at once, but that'll have to do. So yeah, put them in a bowl and we'll be adding them to the salad later. Alright, so it looks like I figured out a quicker way. If you just break them up into same size pieces, put them all in a pile, like that, pick it up and roll it. It'll crush lots of them at once. Just make sure you separate them when you're putting them back in the bowl. Alright, there you go. So all the kale's done. So let's go on to the feta. It's going to be very similar to the size of the sweet potato chunks. Now the feta, if you get the crumbly one, can be good to crumble up a bit. So you just get your chunks, squeeze them a little. Yeah, nice crumbled feta. Pepitas, that's the other name, I've remembered. Maybe it's a different one, who knows. Sounds right though. Pepitas or pumpkin seeds, just dip them in. Alright, the sweet potato is almost done. We're just going to make the dressing. So I've got some olive oil and some minced garlic. I don't know, that might be a lot. I'm not really sure. Stir it around. And then I just let that sit until the sweet potato is ready. Alright. So here's the sweet potato, mostly ready. Probably could have left it go a little bit longer, get some of the bits in the middle a bit more crispy, but I was getting impatient. And just chuck it straight into the salad. Alright, now that we've got all that in there, it's time to mix it around a bit. Careful with the sweet potato because it'll still be hot. And of course, make sure you've washed your hands. Alright, once you mix it around a bit, start adding the dressing. Let's give it another stir. And then if you start moving around, just make sure the oil gets through all of it. And the garlic spread around as well. Here we have it. The finished salad. Alright, so it's time to cook the salmon. What I've done is just put a bit of olive oil in the pan and made sure it's hot. That's the most important thing. Make sure it's hot first or your salmon's going to end up sticking. So you put it skin side down. I've got 4 fillets here. And you leave it like that for about 3 minutes. Now if you're serving it straight away, you don't need to do this. The foil is just so that you can wrap it in foil and put it in the oven to stay warm while you wait. Alright, after about 3 minutes, just flip them over. Alright, should only take another minute or so from here. I've got one thicker bit, which will take a bit longer, but the rest of them are almost ready.